welcome back, or welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen, and I am from upstate New York, and I'm coming to you this morning with my little studio buddy Gordie, which is he's my orange tiger cat. He's just the bestest boy. He's sitting on his cat tree, which is kind of behind where my desk is right now, and he likes to look out the window, and he's been known to pop into the frame here at some point, so you never know when 40 might jump in. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to share this morning, and then I kind of had a brain dump of a bunch of things that I kind of wanted to share this morning, so we'll see what we can get through. I got up kind of late. I was kind of tired this morning when I woke up. I'm having my coffee, which I'm using. My sister had gotten me, I think I might have mentioned it in another video, proper coffee grinder, and so I've been grinding the whole beans, and it's been really making a nice cup of coffee, so I've been enjoying playing around with that, so thank you. And where was I going with that? So yeah, I've been enjoying making the coffee. Oh, and yesterday I shared that I was using a non-dairy creamer, which I tried to use, and it was a Nut Pod brand, which I've tried before, and I remember thinking, oh, this is terrible. But I think, first of all, I didn't shake it enough. Really gotta make sure I shake when it's like a non-dairy. And then I had shared yesterday, I've been frothing the creamer before I put in my coffee, and that's been making it much creamier. So I pulled out one of my Valentine's mugs. Tomorrow is the Lunar New Year, but we're getting close to Valentine's Day in the United States, so I thought that would be a good time to pull that out. So I think what I wanted to share that popped into my brain first, I had a couple things. I'm going to share some of the work that I've been working on, I think, and before that, to share kind of like a personal, I guess, connection to all this. So I have with me this morning, these are really oh, I could like start to cry, really precious to me. These are wood carvings that my grandfather had done, and the thought that kind of came to my mind is, when I create, I tend to be quite prolific, and you'll see in a minute I was going to share some of my work with you, and I just like to kind of create, and I tend to also create a lot of the same things. In one of my previous videos, I told you my first experience kind of with art and doing it like at a personal level, not for like in high school like that, taking an art class. That was kind of terrible because I just felt like I was a terrible artist, which we're all creators, we're all artists. So anyways, I digress. I was sharing in another video, I had started out making these bonsais using acrylic paint, and I would just create these bonsais over and over and over. I had all these paintings of these bonsais that were kind of the same thing. But anyways, so that kind of brings me to my grandfather's carvings. When he created, he was quite prolific as well. He would kind of get an idea. He was kind of in his later years of carving, I think, really known for making these like hound dogs. Oh, and they're just so beautiful. I just love it. And he would keep them in a gallon-sized bag, and he would carry them around with him to wherever he went. And anytime somebody did something for him that was something that he appreciated and he thought was, he just appreciated it, he would give them a carving. He'd let them pick a carving from his gallon bag of carvings. And yeah, so anyways, my grandpa passed about, it's been a little bit over a year now, and I really miss him because he was a creator, as I'm saying here. And I just miss sharing with him things that I was working on. And I think that was kind of the idea of this channel, was to share the things that I'm working on that I'm excited about, or supplies I have that I'm excited about, to just kind of build a community with that. And hopefully maybe, yeah, so I miss him, and he was kind of my community for that, being able to talk with him about different things I was working on. And so, yeah, so anyways, my grandpa was quite prolific. He, as I was saying, created these hound dogs, and he created a lot of other really cool things. He even did like some ceramics in college. But anyways, you can just see with these hound dogs, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see them if I'm showing them really great, but they're all different, but they're all very similar. They're like a series of these dogs. This one, he's itching himself, and he's got the low, like his lips. And then this guy has even longer lips, you can see. Didn't quite finish maybe his feet. And that's what I love about these two, because some of them are somewhat like unfinished. And just anytime I saw them, we got to pick like a carving or two that we wanted. And sometimes it was a new carving, sometimes it was, oh, that's kind of nice, one of his wood chips. So they're all so different, but every single one of these dogs was unique. There was never one that was the same. And he would just create these as he's sitting there watching TV or doing something. He would just create these. And gosh, I think it's basswood maybe that he used to carve with. It was a soft wood, obviously. Well, not obviously, it could have been mahogany or something. That's interesting. It's almost like looks like a letter in there. Just the way. So I love the feel of these, and they're just so special. I have one on my desk at work, and now that he's not with us, I just right, they're even more special. It's like one of those things where you just don't realize how meaningful. So anyways, oh, this is one with a tongue hanging out. He would do some with a tongue hanging out. It's really cute. But anyways, so I make that connection to my grandpa because he was so prolific in his art and his creating. And I feel like that's something that when I create, I tend to be quite prolific. So these were kind of a series, a collection of some of his hound dogs that he had made over the years. So yeah, that's pay kind of homage to my grandpa. So he's a great inspiration. He's still a great inspiration for me because, like I said, these thoughts will kind of pop into my head, and I just, things I remember of him or seeing his work just continues to inspire me every day. He's still with me. He was a Pisces. He was very, very creative. So what I have here is what I was working on last night. I had seen this quote, and it just really, really resonated with me. Some see a weed and some see a wish, and just how much our perspective and how we truly create our own reality with our thoughts, and that our thoughts are just thoughts, and that our thoughts are not reality, that it's just a thought is a thought, and that what some people can see as being a weed, something negative, that some people, you can see that it's a wish. And I love when the girls and I see these the dandelions there in the springtime. We call them wishing puffs, and so it just really resonated. We love to and I still will. I'll pick up the dandelions, and the girls will pick up the dandelions and make a wish and blow we call them wishing puffs. And I just, yeah, so just kind of some food for thought for the day, that just our perspective just really, really shapes thing. So, for you, boy. So, and so with that, I was going to share some of my work that I've been doing with the fluid acrylics. And it looks like Gordie might jump up here, so you may see him jump into the frame in a minute here. But this was actually one of my favorites that I had made. It was up, and there he is. Hey, buddy. Who's a good boy? Yes. Everybody loves to see you. You're such a good boy. Yes. So this was a print that I had done a while ago, and I just really like the, I don't know, I tried to look up what it was. I guess it's just a mirror image of each other, and they're really kind of fun to play with when I make say a few of these with similar colors, like a color palette. They're kind of fun to put together and build a yeah, like almost like a series like this. These all kind of went together, and it's like a puzzle, and you can like flip them, and they look different based on how obviously you just position them, but it can be kind of fun to play around with. Like, and I had said in a previous video that it's kind of like cloud watching when I do these fluid acrylics or inks like this to see. And I just love these patterns. They just look so like organic and natural. Like the tree, they just look like coral and tree branches and veins and just things that just, and this one in particular reminds me of a Christmas cactus. I'm gonna move my light so you can see a little better, but I noticed yesterday that the reflection off of the glass here is, let's see if I can block that. But so yeah, it's kind of fun to play with these, but it looked like when I looked at this, a Christmas cactus, because the way the green there settled, it looks like little cactus, Christmas cactus leaves. And I love when they bloom, they have that really pretty, well, they have a lot of colors, but one of the colors like kind of like that pretty pink. So really I've been enjoying doing those. They're really fun because you can just kind of, now I've been keeping my supplies out, which I still need to find a better place for them. But that's a tip I guess I would give for creating, is just to have, oh, hold on a second. Tip I would say is just to have your supplies out and ready and visible. I know for myself, I don't know if it's just kind of like a ADHD thing, but like if I don't see it, I forget I have it. Just seeing it like reminds me that, oh, I want to use that. And it's just more accessible, so I can get it out. I could lay down some ink and just make a print or two, and that's been really kind of satisfying, because it's again, it's like going back to my grandfather's carvings. It like no print is the same. They're all I mean, I can kind of try to replicate what I did, laying down similar colors, but a lot of times it's not exactly the same, which is what I kind of love about them. So okay, did I show you these? Okay, so these were just some more of those, but you can see which ones go together, and it's kind of cool to, I'm thinking about, I don't know what, I have so many of these cards, and my daughter keeps asking me, Mommy, what are you going to do with all these cards? And I had shown, I think it was one of my first videos, there was a Michael storage, photo storage. It's clear photo storage that you can keep. They were like little boxes that I was keeping them in. I could link it, but anyways, I have so many of these. And I don't know, like this, I see like butterfly wings. I just haven't been, yeah, I don't know if it's confidence or what, to fear, I guess, kind of fear of like messing up, because they are all so unique, and I really can't, or at least from what I've practiced and played so far to recreate the same print. I'm very hesitant to mark make on it because I'm like, oh, what if I mess it up? But I guess there is no messing it up. It's and then what I was doing is some of the ink was coming out from either side of the card, and so I was just kind of blotting it up with these, and I get these shape, and they look like little trees or like bushes like this. These would be really fun to turn into trees, like a tall pine tree, and they're different colors, but that's what's kind of fun is you could make some trees like a tree line down there. So to go back, but okay, I'm just gonna share a few more. I liked that one a lot, and this one. A lot of blues. I've been using like Payne's gray and turquoise from the Goldens. Oh, I think that's a Gordon here. I think a cat haircut in there. But yeah, these are just really fun to play with. Again, I see like the tree in that, and some, that was just getting some paint off my finger if I remember correctly. And these were really cool, actually. Same thing. There was some paint when I had squeezed it together on the sides, and so I just laid down the card, and they made like these little mini landscapes. It's like I see the hills, and you could make the sun. So these would be really fun to add on to a mark make on that and make it into a landscape. Add on to, or maybe like create the sky there. But just look at the little like patterns there. So yeah, they made these little, and that was just a happy accident. There was some ink and I was trying to blot it up, and it made these really cool shapes. Like I said, these kind of remind me more of maybe the trees, or I love that magenta color. And it was kind of neat how it just got obviously lots and lots of ink on it. The look from it. I think this is like a Payne's gray, and again, I'd love to make those into like some pine trees, make on them, and make. I really like this one. There's some green. I think it must have had some blue and some yellow that I must have mixed, and then got some of the green. It's really cool. Reminds me of waves, the ocean. So yeah, just. They're so fun to play around with, and it's never what you're expecting either when I pull up the card. That there's some little marks. I might go back and add some to these cards. Could take some more ink and lay it down, and I really like this one, which I think it got stuck a little bit on the back of that card. But again, I think I had used like a turquoise and the yellow, and it made that pretty green. I love that, how it took up more of the ink there, and you're left with that print. And this one was just my finger. I think I had some ink or some paint on my hands that I laid down. I like that print. But again, you could use these for cards, for to collage into something, to frame. I think these would be really cool in like a series when I'm using the same colors like I had laid out before, because they have like a buddy, a partner. Getting a call from school, that's weird. I wonder, I did hear the plow out this morning. I didn't think we were supposed to get snow. And I can't check my phone because I'm recording right now, but I don't know. That's really weird. 6 o'clock. That's late for us to get a call. Usually we get a call by like 5:30. Anyways, oh, some more here. Guess we'll find out in a minute, because I was thinking too, I need to get off in just a few minutes here, but maybe we have a delay. Okay, so yeah, those are just some of the cards that I've been working on. These are tarot card. They're blank tarot cards that I had found on Amazon. I actually really found these were game cards. I thought they were the same as the other cards I've used, and they're a little bit wider and shorter. I was really loving this color palette this day. This, I think it was like phthalo green, the light green of Goldens with the like neon magenta, I think maybe. And so yeah, again, you can just see, you go nuts with these. And just laying down some color and seeing what you get. And just how they all kind of go together as a series. Yeah, I had a lot with these colors. I was really loving these. So, really trying to stay present right now and not think about that call might have been. But yeah, so just, this was a really fun size, I guess was my point. I actually like this size because they're kind of wide and they're different. So just all these guys, just like my grandpa's carvings, like just all these cards of kind of the same. And I do get into some different colors here, but they're just all different and really fun. I love this. I had shown one. I like that too. It's, again, just so organic. It looks like something like our blood or something under a microscope. So, okay. So I think I'm going to stop. I have just so many of these cards that I could continue to share and share more about, like colors. If you're wondering what colors I used, I can, if you comment below, I can let you know or link those colors. Oh, looks like I used some iridescent ink in there. I think that was the, so yeah. Sometimes I don't always know when I do these what colors I use, because I'm just like in the moment laying down colors that I'm drawn to, and I just kind of get what I get, and they mix. So but yeah, they're really fun. So much you could do with those. Let's just flip to my Artist Almanac. This is the 2025 Artist Almanac. I had shared I think in my video yesterday. This was gifted to me by my friend and artist Allison Durant. She's out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and she is just an amazing person and artist. And I was just so kind of honored that she had sent this to me. It's just really, really special. So yesterday, this was yesterday's, and today's Tuesday. Ooh, I love the mark making they did on this. And the colors. Immediately I was drawn to that. I don't even know, like burnt sienna, like a reddish orange with a blue. That's so pretty. And the like daisies, I love those. I love drawing flowers. If I am making like a mark, flowers are one of my favorites, to just make like a loose flower like that. I like the oval too. I tend to make more of a circle, not an oval. That's really cool. And the polka dots. I love polka dots. That's really pretty. So I think what I was thinking to do, I haven't done painting in quite some time on here, to just kind of an exercise. I don't even know it's an exercise. It's just something that I had done a while ago. I'm just going to wet my palette. I have my Beam paints this morning. These come from Canada. Oh, sugar. Manitoun Island, I believe. And it's a family-owned company. I believe it's the daughter that runs the company right now. She is an artist, and both of her parents, I believe, were artists and had started this company. And they use plastic packaging. They put all their, they call them paint stones instead of pans. And on the side, it's really cool. They have the name of the paint and they're indigenous, the name for wet grizzly here. And they are light fast, professional grade watercolors, handmade watercolors. Some of them have mica they use to get that pretty shimmer you'll see here in a second. But yeah, just beautiful, beautiful paints. They're like artwork in themselves when you put your palette together there. So these were a few of them that I had put together. Some of kind of my favorites, and I was using the other day. And what I was doing was playing around with warm colors and cool colors. And I think maybe I was thinking of using maybe my angled brush or my dagger brush that I have here, but I'm just going to use a round brush here. And so what I had done the other day was I just laid down some warm colors and some cool colors next to it. And it was kind of fun to just play around with kind of color mixing. So I'm going to go right into, I love this strawberry red. I'm going to lay that down here on the, I'm going to put kind of my warm colors over here, I think on this side. Just drop a little bit more in. But just really getting a lot of water on my brush and enough pigment. I like to really dip into the, so this is, wait, was I right? This was strawberry red. This is it wild cherry? No, that doesn't sound right. I have to look. Okay. Ooh, but that's like a really pretty magenta. And I love when the water just kind of does its thing with the color. Let's see. This was cherry magenta. That's right, cherry magenta. Okay. And let's just, oh, this is one of my favorites. This is the wild salmon. This is probably my favorite, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to choose. They're all really great. And this has that mica in it. It's just stunning. Look at that, the shimmer on it. And this is really fun to layer over. I like this wild salmon over the strawberry especially. It makes this really pretty color, you can see there. And then I'm going to go into pumpkin spice, which is another favorite here. Oh, look at that, how that paints. So this is pumpkin spice. Ooh, and I picked up some of the red. And that's get a little bit more water on there so I can blend it out. And then just add some of the gold. This is, they have a lot of golds now, I feel. This is Dreamers gold. I think this is kind of like their kind of standard gold, I guess. And I've used this in a lot of my watercolor paintings. I love gold. I love using gold in my work. It's just so warm and happy. I love gold. And what else do I have for warm colors? I could add in some, maybe let's add in, this is like fiddle, no, not fiddleweed. I think that's the green one. This is, let's put a little pink. And that I did not clean my brush off all the way. It's making kind of a pretty purple on there. This is fireweed. That's what it was. Fireweed. And then over here, I'm just going to drop down some cool colors. This is one of my favorite cool colors. Actually, kind of rediscovered. I didn't realize how much I love. This is winter Winter's Night or Wintry Night. And again, this is one of their mica colors. And this is just so stunning. And I'm just gonna mix that in with, I've really been loving the cool colors, kind of the blues lately, the Prussian blue. And this is their Topaz Lake. This is one of their newer colors. I love that kind of cobalt turquoise color, I guess. So pretty. I love that mixing with. I definitely tend to overmix my watercolors, I'm sure. I just... Okay, this is 𝚠𝚊𝚛𝚖. I love this, like kind of like a phthalo green. Love that color. So pretty. It's funny, you'll see how certain colors just like your brain kind of literally lights up when you put that color down. You're like, oh, that's so pretty. And it's fun to watch them mix. See what the water does. And this is Fiddlehead, this green. This is that mica, but it's really pretty grassy green. That looks really nice with the, next to the, actually. Oh, I really actually love that next to the Wintry Night. Look at that mixing. And let's just put a little of this robin's egg. This is, I love this color. This is one of their gouch. I'm still not even sure how to pronounce that. Pretty aqua, but more opaque. And they just mixed, right, some white paint, I think, in with that to make it that gouch. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Okay, I'm gonna go into Orca. This is another favorite. I love this one, Orca. It's so pretty. Look at that. And I'm still really trying to stay present. I hear my husband letting the dogs out, and I'm wondering, what was that call that I got earlier? That was very peculiar. Maybe there's something going on at the school, or they lost power or something. That happens quite a bit. I live out in the country, and our school is kind of in the middle of a field, like in the middle of nowhere, but we tend to lose power quite a bit with things, or maybe something with the water. Anyways, okay, back to what we're doing right now here. This is a violet. This is really a beautiful purple. You'll see. I'll lay that down here. Just so pretty. And actually, I just want to kind of go back. This was that wet grizzly. It does really look like what a bear's fur would probably look like when it's kind of like, I guess, almost like a bronze. It's just really pretty to layer on top of other colors that you have down. Put some of that in there. And see how I'm like rubbing my brush? That's probably not a good watercolor technique, but that's just kind of what I enjoy doing. Okay, so you can just see some pretty kind of warm colors, cool colors. I could let it dry. When it dries, maybe to do some hand lettering over it, or use as gift tags. I've used them in like sending packages to people, which I don't think the post office loves because of the colors, but yeah, I've used them for collage. I see kind of some clouds in here, almost like a sky. That would be fun to make, but yeah, so just so many possibilities to be had there. But I think I think we're at time, probably way over time here. But before we close out, I have the tiny book of tiny pleasures that was gifted to me by my friend Julia, And let's just flip to a page. Poached pears. In the scent of cinnamon. I've never made poached pears. I like pears. Beautiful LM pears. A French dish that consists of poached pears served with vanilla ice cream, chocolate sauce, and in the fanciest iteration, crystallized violets. The beautiful dessert is said to be named after Jacques Offenbach's 1864 operetta La Belle Helene, a parody of events that led up to the Trojan War. Did not know that. That's interesting. Yum. But it looks like the chocolate sauce down there. Yum. Love anything with ice cream. Okay. Well, I think we're going to end out our video here today. And thank you so much for taking the time to be with me, whatever time of day. I hope that you are warm and cozy and just your heart is full of peace and ease today as you move into the rest of your day. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, friends.